Hey, it's David, and I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why some people go on to succeed and some people stay stuck where they are? You can have two people that are similar in backgrounds and skills, talents, both go to the same event, have the same experience at the same seminar, both leave, and one goes on to succeed and the other one goes on to struggle. I've been to a lot of events. And one of them that I recently went to was the Beachbody men's training camp. And man, it was awesome. One of the best events that I've been to in a long time, if not ever. And it was powerful. People were inspired. People were moved. People were touched. It was life-changing. But I know the truth. The truth is, a lot of people will go home and get nothing done with it. They'll do nothing with it. I've been to a lot of conferences now, Beachbody events, and I see people coming back year after year, some stuck, some growing. I've been to network marketing events. I've hired mentors where I've paid over $50,000 a year for mentorship. I've read some of the best books, and I'll tell you what I've learned. What separates those that are successful and those who struggle is one thing. And it's mindset. Mindset is what separates people. And it's such an important topic, one that I can't even cover in just one video, so I'm going to separate it into 3 videos for you. And we're going to cover just part of it today. And then in the next video, I'm going to cover a couple other aspects of it. So, what is mindset? Well, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you 4 tips, 4 ways to improve your mindset. But first, let's talk about what it is. So, mindset is really how you see the world. Mindset is your perspective. Mindset, it determines whether two people look at the same situation and see opportunity or see problems. Your mindset is how you think, right? I can't change this body. Well, I can change my muscles, I can change this, but I can't change my face, right? Dang it. I can't change the way I look. I can't change the talents I was born with, right? I can try to work on skills, but the biggest thing I can change is how I think. And that's the biggest thing that you can change. Mindset, if you think about mindset, as a Beachbody coach, building this business and having some success, I can tell you that the number one most important factor as to whether or not you'll go on to be successful or end in failure is not your ability to create success and how you handle success. It's actually how you handle failure. Because I know that the only way to get success and to have some accomplishments is by failing first. And the problem is having failures and setbacks derails people. It just does. And your ability, like how you handle those setbacks and failures and disappointment is everything. I've had people quit on me, people quit my challenge groups, people who said they wanted to coach with me and quit, people who became very close to me, good friends, diamond coaches, and quit. And that's hard. It's one of the hardest things to deal with in this business of working with people, right, is when people give up on their goals. But I had to develop this mindset that just because people were going to give up on their goals and dreams doesn't mean I'm going to give up on mine. And so your mindset is everything. And here's the thing about mindset, though. It gets affected on a daily basis by what you put into your mind. So let me give you 4 tips for improving your mindset. Number 1, the thing I had to do was I had to get away from the news and away from politics. I used to be the biggest person into politics. I had an opinion on everything, and I watched the news and read the news all the time, every day, hours a day. Here's the problem with the news. The news is going to tell you all the problems going on in the world. And what's wrong with that? It's negative. It fills you full of fear. It makes you look at people differently. People who you'd otherwise be a friend with, you're now polarized by this political view. The news sucks. So you have to limit your exposure to the news and media And instead, tip number 2, replace it with personal development. Positive personal development. Audio, I like audiobooks, whatever you like, if you like to read, but 15 minutes a day. I like to start my day with prayer, reading scriptures, listening to personal development audio while I work out. If the news is going to tell you all the problems of the world, personal development is going to give you solutions to all of the problems in your life that you can actually control and handle, okay? You know what the biggest cause of stress is when you feel like you don't have control. When you hear about all these problems in the world, you're just informing yourself of all these problems you have no control over. Stress. So that's number 1 and number 2. So let's see. Tip number 3 is put it in the past. Okay? So you've got to catch the way you talk to yourself. We use a lot of self-limiting talk. So let me give you an example. This is the easiest one. A lot of people will say, well, I'm not good at technology. I suck at technology. Or technology is, not my friend. If you continue to say that to yourself, you're not just going to wake up one day and magically be good with technology. Okay? Same thing with anything. I don't know nutrition. I struggle with nutrition. I struggle with what to eat. If you continue to say that to yourself every day, you're not going to wake up and just be good with nutrition. So you've got to set it in the past. You've got to say, in the past, I've struggled with, but now I'm getting more focused. In the past, I struggled with technology, but now I'm getting more focused. I'm learning it. In the past, I struggled with nutrition. Now I'm getting more focused. What that does is it frees your mind. It opens your mind to learn, to grow. Okay, so you've got to put whatever struggles and mindset issues you have in the past and open yourself up for learning. That's tip number 3. And tip number 4, I do this every day, is I read affirmations and affirmations to myself. Affirmation is a positive statement about myself or about my life that I want to come true. Affirmation is putting it in the form of a question. So growing up, I wasn't the best at making friends. I usually only had like one friend growing up. I'm an introvert by nature. And so when I got into the business of coaching and network marketing, I had to really focus on becoming a better friend. So one of my affirmations was, or is, why is it so easy for me to make friends? I read that question to myself in the morning and at night because it gets my mind focused on the things that I want to get better at and the things I want to come true. That's a question. And you can create affirmations for yourself by taking a problem that you have, I'm not good at this, and flipping it around. Okay? I'm just not good at speaking to others with confidence, flip it around and say, why is it so easy for me to have confidence? Or why am I so confident speaking to others? Trust me, you ask yourself that question every day and it's going to become true. It's going to become easier. Your mind is going to focus on making that true for you. Okay? The other type of affirmation that I use are vision statements. So a vision statement is something that you want to become true in your life. So, you might say, like, if you're in debt and one of the things you want to do is get out of debt and you want to live a life of freedom, an affirmation you might read to yourself every day is, I'm so grateful and thankful to be living a debt-free life. Okay? It's a statement that you want to become true. And by expressing gratitude to that, you're going to move closer to that. If you always just focus on things like, gosh, why can't I control my spending? Why are we so in debt? Why, if you focus on all the things you lack, why don't I have enough money? Why do we struggle so much? You're going to get more of that. So the last thing you want to do is always be focusing on the things you lack or don't like. Instead, focus on where you want to go. And that's what affirmations and affirmations do. If you want to read a really good book about that, because I know I did it really quick here in a couple minutes, but if you want to read another good book about affirmations, get the book called The Secret Code of Success by Noah St. John. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video too, so you can get to it. But those are my 4 tips for improving your mindset, and this is just part 1 of 3 on mindset. what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. And I'm excited to help you with this. If you got value out of this video, if this helped you, let me know, leave a comment. In part 2, we're going to talk about a very, very important topic, and that is creating a vision for your life. Because without a vision, all the to-do lists and all the how-tos won't make a difference. You've got to have that why power, and that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. Okay? Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.